Hey YouTube, Happy New Year. I thought I'd make a video about the stuff in my garage. So I have lots of kids' toys and vacuums from cleaning up from Christmas. A lot of stuff on the shelves, somewhat organized. I do like these metal shelvings. They hold 200 pounds. They're all metal, no wood. So if they get wet, the wood doesn't turn to that weird cardboard mush and fall apart. So one half, I have a lot of Harbor Freight stuff. Not sponsored by them, but I like their stuff because it's cheap and for the most part doesn't fall apart. So I have their drill press. I got their workbench, which is kind of flimsy, but it serves its purpose. I got their vise, which is actually pretty decent. Hasn't broken on me, and that's pretty good. More shelving. This one actually rolls around. Keep a lot of weird parts on there. Decent lighting. More shelving. The Harbor Freight Toolbox. That's actually pretty good. The bins roll pretty easy. Harbor Freight grinder. Had this, geez, like 7 years. It's deafening loud. You need earmuffs, but it hasn't broken on me yet. Trigger still works, so I guess I got the one built on Wednesday. You got to have, plenty of screwdrivers. Plenty of screwdrivers. Just like wrenches, because you'll drop one and get frustrated. The bin of screws and whatnot. I have more than enough sockets than you think anyone would ever need. But I have small kids, and even though I got these cool little organizers, they messed it all up. And every time I try to make it normal again, they'll come in here, Daddy, I want to play, and they'll mess it up. But, gotta let the kids play a little. So, that's that. Another shelving, rolling toolbox. Got myself a 80-gallon Husky compressor. And that was super cheap, so I started buying more pneumatic stuff. So got a bigger 1-inch drive, 1,000 foot-pound torque gun. This one here is 300 Pep Boys. Had that for like 8 years, still good. Happy with that. Have a Lincoln 140 HD welder. Really happy with that. It's still flux core. I buy the flux core from Home Depot because for the same weight, it's half the price than Home Depot. But it's been awesome. I've built many exhausts and other weird contraptions with it, and it's been cool. One of these days, I'll actually get a argon tank and go flux coreless or just normal steel. But yeah, been pretty happy with that stuff. So, simple hand tools, hammers, a good grinder, grinding discs of all sizes and shapes. Comes in real handy. Balances cutting wheels. So there's all my discs, wrenches, different grits, flapper discs, seat clip removers. Gotta have a bunch of different ones. These are kind of cool because you flip a switch, they'll go to release to spread, stuff like that. Got the universal change the tip, because snap-on ones are stupid money. Can never have more than one measuring tape, just like having a lot of hammers. And then weird Volkswagen Tools and files. Lots and lots of files. And pickle forks, tube cutters, weird Volkswagen tool thingies. Like this guy here, use that to compress your swing arm. That way it doesn't shoot off and take your foot off. This is so if you don't have an impact gun, you put it on the nut and pound the shit out of it. that works pretty decent. Then you got weird stuff, you know, like pinion nut remover tools, tap sets, air grinders. Never happy with one set of Allen keys. You know, gotta have your metric, gotta have your standard, gotta have them on sockets. Having enough markers to mark stuff. Having markers, gotta have markers. Markers and measuring tapes. And then like a decent cutting source, you know. The angle grinder, a decent sawzall like this guy here. This was worth the money. So worth the money. And other cool things that help you build stuff. I mean, start somewhere. You know, if you feel your project is doomed, and if it's going to go to the shop and you find out that it might be like a $50 part, give it a try. Take it apart. See what happens. You know, either way, it's either going to go to the shop or the scrapyard or the garbage bin. So don't be scared. Give it a try.